What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Lever Talks, and today we're going to debrief on 269 that happened last night. Wow, what a card. What a card to end the year. For those who watched it live with me on my live stream, thanks for stopping by. It was a great card. So let's recap what happened. Pay-per-view obviously started out with an extremely quick fight from Sean O'Malley versus Julianna Pena. Sean O'Malley put him away in the first round. What's next for Sean O'Malley? That could probably leverage him into kind of the top 15, gets him ranked, and then obviously we'll see where he goes from there. The Sugar Show looked fantastic. I think everyone can agree, put him away. Paiva's a real fighter. There is no doubt that he was more the dangerous, a more dangerous opponent than what O'Malley's used to fight him. But he made it look easy, right? He made it look easy. So we'll be interested to see what happens with O'Malley here in the next probably around March, April when he claims that he was going to fight again. And then we had Kcar France versus Cody Garbrandt. That was a interesting outcome. I wasn't expecting France to put Garbrandt away the way he did. Certainly the fact that Cody was coming down to the flyweight division, so he was dropping some weight, and thinking that he came from a higher weight division, he probably maybe came in with the wrong mindset. What's going to happen with Cody Garbrandt now? He's lost his UFC flyweight debut. Maybe he goes back to bantamweight. He's still ranked number, I think, 7 in bantamweight. And obviously, Kcar France is calling out for a title fight when that flushes itself out in the near future. So we'll see what happens there. And then obviously it was Jeff Neal versus Santiago Ponzinibbio. Good fight. Slower fights than the first two on the card. I think we needed something to kind of get us through the time of the pay-per-view. But Jeff Neal, I guess he won 2 rounds to 1. I was quite surprised it went split decision. For a second, I thought Ponzinibbio, if I can say his name, was actually going to come out on top. But neither men really got rocked throughout the fight. It was a good fight. I think they probably could have utilized the jab more, and whoever maybe could have won it that way. So anyway, then obviously on to the co-main event of the evening. Juliana Piana versus Amanda Nunes. Now this is obviously, shook the UFC by the boots, you know what I mean? So bantamweight title, Amanda Nunes. I said at the time she looked kind of nervous. She didn't really look herself coming into that fight, and I think Juliana Piana was coming in on like a 2-2 in the UFC. So I didn't really have much confidence. I thought Nunez was going to put her away actually really fast, but it didn't seem to happen. They both come out, and Nunez looked like she was in control for the first round. Wasn't really expecting anything to really come out of it. I thought she was just kind of playing with Piana, and then she was just trying to get like a submission on the ground. Didn't happen. Come into the round 2, Nunez looked kind of tired, looked kind of dazed. Piana put the pressure on the feet, was throwing heavy punches, almost looked like she just wore Nunez out, to the point where Piana actually did a fantastic hip throw and hit Nunez to the ground and then choked her out. She didn't even get the hooks in. She just choked her out. Almost broke her down and finished her. So new bantamweight title bout. New bantamweight title goes to Juliana Piana. Interesting to see. She wants to then go over to fight Shvenko, which I'm not sure if that's the greatest idea because I think she's lost her already. Anyhow, new champion, definitely shook the world. What's next for Amanda Nunes? I guarantee she will come back and fight. I think Amanda Nunes probably could be coming to the end of her fight game. She's got a new family now. She's done it all. She's got the money. She probably doesn't need to fight. Maybe the motivation is slowly slipping away. This said, Dana White's already said to give her pretty much an automatic rematch, which, in respect to her, she definitely deserves it. And then obviously moving on to the main event of the evening, Dustin Poirier versus Charles Oliveira for the undisputed lightweight title. We've been waiting for this for such a long time. And first round, there is no doubt that first round was a very exciting round. The pace was so fast on the live stream. I was actually having quite a difficult time trying to commentate as well as watch the fight and see what was going on. It was such a fast-paced fight. Dustin Poirier dropped Oliveira a couple times with some big punches. Oliveira just kept moving forward. I really thought Poirier was going to win in the first round. They went to the stools in the second, come out, and Oliveira took Poirier down in the start of the second and pretty much dominated on the ground. Just made life generally miserable for Poirier throughout the entire fight. And then I think Poirier was just conserving the energy, making sure he wasn't putting himself in a situation where he could have been, submitted. I think that was his main forefront worry. And then into the third round, Poirier kind of looked a little tired at the start, gave up his back. Oliveira kind of just managed to get on top of him. Kind of had him in a bit of a neck crank, and then obviously after the neck crank, Poirier tried to pull his arms down, but he ended up putting it under his chin. Lo and behold, obviously Oliveira, being the absolute submission artist that he is, managed to choke Poirier out and claim just remain the undisputed lightweight champion. So that was UFC 269 in a nutshell. Fantastic pay-per-view card to end the year, without a doubt. For those who watched it on my live stream with me, thank you. It was a good night. My first time doing a live UFC commentate. What's going to happen in the lightweight division now? Well, we've discussed this many times. I think Justin Gaethje's definitely going to be getting a shot at the title here shortly. I have a funny feeling Oliveira will probably defend the title against him as well, and then that will then flush out the Beneil Dariush and the Islam Makhachev showdown that's happening in February, and then obviously they'll probably fight later in the year, probably September, October time. So interesting end to 2022. We'll see how it flushes out. I think there's one more UFC fight night on the cards on December 18th next weekend, so make sure you tune in and watch that. But until then, thanks for everyone for watching all my episodes. I'll be sure to release another video before the end of the year, wishing everyone a Merry Christmas. But until then, thank you, and I can't wait for a very interesting UFC lineup coming in 2022. But until next time, thanks for watching.